All right, what's up? Welcome to the Gossip Intellectual. I'm your host, comedian Royce Wynn, and we talking all things gossip, sports, entertainment, headlines, the news. Me, I'm doing okay. A little bit of girl problems, overthinking a little bit. You know how it goes. Got a little crush. Emotions just keep circling round and round, right? With social media, you're clocking their moves, you're overthinking, you're projecting, right? And they're just living their lives. Their lives, and you're creating all types of situations that are not real, and who knows will come true. Or not. Who doesn't have man or woman problems, right? It's either money, relationships, or who knows, some type of spiritual problem that you got going on. Outside of that, doing great, man. Weather was great. Went for a walk. Had my matcha. Still a little bit left. Talked about this on the TikToky. Got an ashy hand. My right hand, I got an old hand. Like, isn't that weird? I guess I don't know if my hand's been out in the sun too much or if I just been washing my hands too much. Because I am a little bit of a germaphobe, so I don't like it. I don't like touching food before I wash my hands. And then, like, I'm kind of in a small space, so I'm always, like, grabbing and moving things around. So I'm like, I got to wash my hands again. So I'm just constantly just washing my hands all day like it's COVID. COVID's over. Be grateful that COVID is over. But, yeah, so then I looked last night and just my ass, it looked like somebody was kicking up snow on my hand. It's just like, what is all this fluff? This stuff. Did I have cotton on my hand? Was I eating cotton candy? No, this is just ash on my hand. Crazy. So that's what I'm going through. Little bit of romantic problems and an ashy hand. That's where my life is at on this day. What is it? September 7th? September 6th. Sorry. But I'm happy to be doing this podcast, man. I love creating and learning new things. This is my newest venture. Very exciting. Everybody wants to do it. I think I said that last podcast, right? And, people are watching now, everybody from my childhood. And I think they're proud of me. They're proud of me and they're excited. They're sending me memes. A little annoying, but I watch it. I try to respond. That just means they see you doing something and they just want to be involved, right? They just want to say something. So go at it, man. If there's something you want to do it. Start young. Right? It's a lot easier to start young, learn it, and turn it into a business. By, I don't know, midlife, 30s, 40s, whatever you want to do it, because I'm an older millennial, but, we grew up in a generation of the internet, which I think my generation looks at it as like one of the most secure ways to make money. You're in control. The internet's going away. If COVID or something happens again, you can always just turn on that camera and make some money. And sometimes the older generation doesn't necessarily understand that. They're like, where's the security in that? It's like, well, anybody can fire. People get laid off every day. Right? We run for a president. Well, whichever president, they can't stop the layoffs. They can stop it a little bit. They can't even save the unions. So it's like, I'll make my own union. Union between me and my podcast and my internet and my subscribers and my audience and the people that support me. That's the union that I got. All right. Well, enough of that. Let's get into the show. Last night, Chiefs and Ravens had a good one. Great game. Close game. Well, I predicted after after the first half, I predicted a 27-16. Went to 27-20. Thanks to Patrick Mahomes doing his thing, Travis Kelce doing his thing. The Chiefs have just got it. They've just got it, man. It's their time. Andy Reid is a great inspiration. For years he struggled in Philadelphia. Brilliant play coach, would take all types of chances. Had things happen with his family, sons and stuff, and then finally gets in Kansas City in the right system. Sometimes you're in a bad relationship and you get with somebody else and completely different things happen. You're completely happy and blissful. And it's just clicking, man, on all cylinders. Baltimore, they're good, but, they kind of remind me of the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're just young. They haven't quite figured out the rhythm, but they almost came away with it. I think Lamar, he couldn't complete the long throws. That's what was killing him. So he's got to work on that. That was a brilliant touchdown by Pacheco. I was like, is he down? I thought he was down. Somehow he was in the end zone. It was like a couple of plays with that where they just rolled over the other players. Like, he never touched the ground. He just kept going. It was kind of like watching Pee Wee football. Like, people were just tumbling and rumbling. It's like, is this the Olympic gymnastics or this a football game? And they're just scoring. But anyway, so the Ravens came down, man, and it came down to the wire, and that last pass, and his foot was on the line. First thing I thought about was Al Pacino's speech, Inches, from Any Given Sunday. Just the inches. That's how we live. Whatever he said. So tough loss for them. They were going to go for the 2. Harbaugh was going to go for the 2. But exciting for the AFC. I think it was close last year. I forgot what the score of the game last year was. I think the Chiefs kind of ran away with it. It was kind of similar. So what's his name? Clark was talking trash and saying if that's the best that they got. But I'm just like, well, it's not the best that they got because it's the first game. It's not the best that y'all had. All right, so everybody's going to get better. Everybody's going to find the glue, and they'll be back at it. But fun first game. I was like, all right, y'all have had me like my entire life with football. Y'all are not going to have me for 3 hours every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't even know what days the games are on anymore. First of all I got is Amazon, and y'all took down my streaming service, my illegal streaming service that I was watching the games on. So I'll catch it when I catch it. I'll catch the highlights, and I'll talk about it. But I'm trying to get my life together. I can't just be watching football all day, 6 hours, 9 hours. Shout out to people who could do that. Congratulations, you won in life. But I can't do that. So yeah, good first game. Obviously Taylor Swift was there. Taylor. She was cute. She had a little denim dress on, had her stomach out, cheering for Travis, right? Some like story came out and said that they had like paperwork that how the breakup would go, which I guess at that level you have to have because you can lose a bunch of fans and money if the breakup doesn't go well, especially with Taylor Swift. You piss off Taylor Swift fans. Your life is in danger, buddy. But then Travis Kelce revealed a new haircut. Now, I don't know if he did this on purpose. Is he that smart? Because they do talk about his haircuts a lot. So I was like, did they do that. Did he do it for press? Right? Because he came there looking like sad boy Travis Kelce. Okay, he looked like they actually went through a breakup. So it's like, are they really together? Because he got a haircut that says they're not. Usually the woman that gets the weird haircut. He came there with a weird bob. Just like, what is that called? So I don't know. Maybe he was like, I want to be less good looking and it'll make me a better football player. I don't know. I don't know. But whatever it is, it worked. So they won. So that's it for the Chiefs and the Ravens. Okay, so Hunter Biden pleads guilty for tax fraud. They Al Caponed him, man. It's just like, what were you doing? And he was just like, listen, I was having a tough time. They were like, we don't care about your addictions and your playtime. Are you going to pay these taxes? So he pled guilty. They got him for, it was like a good number. It was like 3 or 4 years. So he just didn't have a way to prove he was paying. You know, he had that weird job where he was working for foreign countries, Ukraine or whatever he was doing. So I don't know. They said it's up to 17 years. I don't know. This is way above my pay grade. Doesn't seem like he's going to do jail time. Nobody talked about it. So the taxes, they get everybody, though. I'm just like, Shakira just got hit with taxes. She got to pay $15 million, right? And it was just like, I don't know where she was living, and then she couldn't move because her husband was working for the state or something. It's just like, they always get you with taxes. They got Fat Joe with taxes. Everybody gets hit with taxes. And I just want to know, I guess it always is your fault because what's the singer? Ari Lennox. She said they were working with her. Right? I remember Van Lathan said he didn't pay tax for a while and they were willing to work with you. So you must be doing something bad if they're willing to take it that far to put you in jail. Hunter and Shakira, they're like, y'all are just trying to make me look bad. Y'all are trying to beat me up in the press, but it couldn't have been that. It could you must have really tried to avoid it and didn't want to pay. Now with them, they're working with millions of dollars, so I kind of understand. Right? It's just like, how much I got to fork over? $1 million. I mean, I got it, but I don't got it right now. I'm not trying to give you $1 million. 15 million. You know how much that hurts to pay? I want everything. I want all my coffees free. I give the state of my country 15 million. So Hunter's just got all types of problems, man. I'm like, how many cases he gonna catch? He's a white rapper for real, right? Like, he got more cases than most rappers, for real. Gun charge, tax charge, drug charge. Like, Hunter is out here living life. So I guess best of luck to Hunter. We'll see what happens. Okay, I mentioned this on my morning walk the other day. The right has just been getting wacky. Okay, they've just been looking incompetent. It's just like, are y'all running for president of the United States or class president? Because y'all don't seem to have any solutions except for somebody that'd be running for class president. Like, lunch is free. We give y'all pizza for lunch. That's the only solution. They asked J.D. Vance what he would do about the cost of daycare, and he said what we could do is get more grandparents and aunts and uncles involved. And it was like, what? I looked at my phone for like a good 10. Like, did he said that? Like, he said that in a serious way. This is not a sketch. This is not AI. This is J.D. Vance seriously saying that. And then people just immediately got at him. It was like, well, y'all are extending the retirement age. All those people are still working. Obviously, people come in different family situations and dynamics. This is crazy. And you trying to make people have kids. And it's like, it was an economy question. Okay? Put some math into it. You could do it. Put some math into it. Like, I don't know how he came up with that. It's just like you should be fired right there. Like, it's just some jobs where if you say something that dumb, like, it's like, why did we hire you? Look into that. How did he get past the interview process? Like, that was that type of answer and question right there. It's just like, that's a simple question. I don't think they have any type of plan, right? They asked Trump the same thing. Trump gave no answer. He said, we're going to get Ivanka more involved. And he just started telling stories. And it's just like, what are you doing? Answer the question. Everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be good. Daycare will be fine. It's going to be perfect. Trust me, daycare, you'll be so taken care of, you won't even notice that you're paying for daycare. Trust me, everything will be good. It's like, how we going to trust you if you don't have no type of plan? And boy, I tell you. He's a leader, but he's like a full of BS leader. He's just really confident. He's a narcissistic boyfriend. Just come on, man. We could do it. Just don't argue with me. Just listen to what I'm saying. Neither of them can answer how to lower the cost of daycare. They don't have any answer for that. Two people that are running for the most powerful country in the world don't have an answer for how to lower the cost of daycare because they don't understand math and economics. You should not be running for president. People are like this. This is water. People are barely above water. They want answers like, please help me. Just grab my arm, please. And you know what Trump does? He takes his foot and he pushes it down. You fall. They don't have an answer about daycare. You know why? Because Trump never paid for daycare. JD Vance never paid for daycare. Or they send their kids to some weird daycare where they play the flute and I don't know. That's just crazy to me. A simple daycare question. I can understand, what they asked him about where he said we were just going to put tariffs on everything. How to keep the unions together. The border, that's a little bit more complicated. This is a child care question. How are we going to lower child care? That's like a simple question, like how are we going to lower the cost of education? Okay. And Trump's only answer is just tax other countries. And me, I'm just like, he just says stuff that if you're really, really uneducated and you're not a logical thinker, I'd be like, okay, yeah, we'll just tax other countries. But then if you talk to somebody who's kind of educated, it's like, it don't work like that. You can't just tax another country and to think everything's going to be fine. All right? It's like the butterfly effect. Like, things happen. Countries will be mad. That money just doesn't go straight to daycare or education or the budget. Like, that money has to go through many hands. Like, it's just, you can't just say, I'm going to tax cars and we won't be in debt anymore. Like, what the are you talking about? So this is wild. I can't believe people are taking these guys seriously right there. Like, it's like, you don't have an answer for daycare. Somebody needs to bring that up. That needs to be in the debate. We got the debate in 4 days. What are you guys going to do about daycare, Trump? Because you said nothing last time. Let's see what he says. Then he lied. Trump also said, I think 75% of the country is on my team, is voting for me. It's like, you lost a popular vote. I knew that. And y'all, I don't know politics like that. But I know the basics. It's just like, you can't say that 80% of the country is with you when you lost the popular vote. That's immediately fact checked. Immediately. In my brain, right to left, left to right. You lost a popular vote. He's just winging it. He's just really winging it. It's just like, just drop out. You don't really want this job. You don't really know what you're doing. If any other type of job, if you were saying these type of things, like let's say you were being interviewed for Starbucks, and they were just like, okay, so how much coffee do you need to put in the cup? And it's like, I always get it right every time. I don't need to show you. I get it right every time. They'll be like, no, just show us. How much coffee do you need to put in the cup when you make the coffee? Don't worry about that. I got it. Okay, just give me the job. It's like, it don't work like that. So that's wild. All right, we'll talk about people that actually know what they're doing, but in a bad way. Next, spy games. Okay, so the only reason guys like Trump and JD Vance are able to be in power is because they have smart people that are helping them. And one of these people is Dimitri Sims. This guy was a spy for, not a spy, but he was pushing Russian propaganda and being paid for it on his station Channel 1 Russia. And he's an American citizen. I think he had a place in Virginia, but he was out in Russia living good, right? Just spreading propaganda and being paid for it. That's illegal. Okay, you can't just influence an election, people the way they think, and be paid for it by officials from another country. I think they like gave him a warning, and he just kept making moves. So this is just wild. Okay, we are the most powerful country in the world. Who runs our country matters, which is why you should vote. So people are trying to influence it, and they've got guys like this guy, because media is powerful, affecting it, which is just wild. So these people are getting caught. The Linda Sun lady, she was a double agent. And it's just funny because they're getting caught because by the way they're living. It always comes down to taxes and how you're living. That's how they're getting everybody. So what else? So it's just like the Jeffrey Epstein model of government. Okay, behind closed doors, there's a person who has connections and is influencing what's really going on. So I guess after Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, they were just like, we gotta look into what's going on behind the scenes. It's scary because it's just like our country is being influenced and ran by other entities. Okay, we think it's all happening in DC. No, it's happening all around the world. All around the world, the same song. Y'all are too young for that. So it's just wild. All these double agents are getting caught. They're living in the U.S., but they're really living in Russia and China. We don't fuck with Russia and China, okay? Russia and China, they're trying to change money. Okay, they trying to take land, and we don't mess with them. Okay, we fuck with NATO. Okay, Nate knows. Okay, so that's just wild. I was just like the double agents, agenting. Double agent is double agenting. You don't know who you talking to. You think you talking just an intelligent media journalist. Boom! He's working for Russia. You telling him about some packages you got coming in. He's telling Russia that. Okay? Linda, living nice. Got salted duck coming in as favors. You like, Linda, why we always eating duck? Because I'm getting paid in duck. That's why. So it's just scary, man. We gotta keep a hold on that, and that's why it's important who your president is, because they stop things like that, and they don't give other countries access to our power. Okay, it's a security issue. If you have a babbling guy who doesn't know how to talk about daycare as your president, okay, it's getting pimped out, even though he's acting like a boss and a pimp. He's not. He's a loser. Okay, so there's some people on the right who have some balls that are supporting Kamala Harris. Liz Cheney is supporting him, which is big. She's kind of prominent. She's got a big following. So she's going to bring them over to Kamala. They ousted her for her criticism of Trump because the cowards never like to be called out. They like to be in their clique and make their money and think they're just going to live a life free without any type of criticism. So they got rid of her. She said, that's cool. I'm throwing my support behind another powerful woman. So that's big. And then the other dude, Adam Kissinger or something. So I think it's good. I think in the long run, it always pays off to have morals and standards. Like somebody's going to see that. And I think they'll get other opportunities from it. So it's just it's good to see. Good to see them do the right thing. Because this isn't a normal election. People are like, why do you care who you vote for? I'm like, because you're supporting a psychopath. That's why. Sociopath. Right? Any other time, it's like, all right, if that's what you think, I mean, I don't agree with it, that's cool. But this is like, if that's what you think, there's something wrong with you. So, I'm going to stand on that. All right. Let's get into entertainment. Okay, so Natasha Rothwell is going to be playing Risa Tisa in the life story that went viral. Why Did I Get Married? I think that's what it's called. So that'll be exciting. I mean, happy for Natasha. I mean, she was insane on Insecure and grew a huge fan base. So hopefully this does well. It's got to be a huge deal. I think they said it's going to be on Hulu. I might be making that up in my head. But it'd just be funny to have Natasha Rothwell. You know what? Natasha does do good drama. She was good on White Lotus. So I can actually take her seriously. You know, some people, when they're trying to be dramatic, you still see the comedian part of them and you're laughing. But I think Natasha can actually be a dramatic, serious character. You know what? It's funny about Natasha. She has a strong disposition. Like, even on Insecure, she was kind of like the strong, funny friend. And now she's got to kind of be like the vulnerable, like, I don't know. I still love you, whatever you do. Cheat on me 5 times, lie to me, I don't care. I'm so surprised, right? But the real Natasha would be like, you did what? What? Or a character from Insecure would be like, so you get to show your range. What was that show about the stalker comedian? Dear something. This is her dear something moment. What was the name of that show? Real quick. Well, comedian and stalker, dear baby reindeer. This is her baby reindeer moment. Because the lady that was in that was hilarious. The real lady got mad. She sued. So luckily, Risa Tisa is involved in this, so she won't sue. You could tell all my business. I already told all my business and made money. I'm gonna make more money. Now somebody filming my business. So congratulations to Natasha Rothwell. Speaking of telling all your business, Katy Perry says, what turns her on is when Orlando Bloom does the dishes and closes the cabinets, and she says, get ready for a BJ after that. She was on the Alex Cooper podcast, whatever it's called now, where celebrities go on and try to make themselves seem likable and relatable. That was cool. I mean, I'm just like, you're both worth like $50 million each. So it's just like, how many dishes is he washing? How many cabinets is he closing? Right? And it's just like, it's Orlando Bloom, one of the most, good looking, handsome guys on the planet. I mean, closing a cabinet, that's it. That's all he has to do. But I get it. No. It's something about being tidy that turns a woman on and makes her want to go down to the level below. So I guess she wanted to share that. I just, sometimes don't you get annoyed? Like, I understand when we're all in your business, but then sometimes celebrities, they just share their business just to get headlines, and it's just like, that's annoying. Like, nobody asked what turns you on in the bedroom. But I don't know. I guess her fans might want to know that stuff, what it's like to be with Orlando Bloom, or what it's like to be with Katy Perry. So apparently you dress up like a maid and she gets turned on. She likes that Miss Doubtfire action. So yeah, that's making headlines. Apparently people give BJs in relationships. Who would have thought that happens? Okay, so the relationship that went bad this week was between Ice Spice and Cleopatra. She did her Risa Tisa 6 or 7 part series about her experience on tour with Ice Spice and how she got treated badly and she didn't really want to go. Ice Spice was like, come, I got you. And then she didn't have her. There were talks about she didn't get her chicken salad, Caesar chicken salad. She had to carry her own bags. Her name wasn't on the flyer. And she was just like, I didn't have to be there, and you treated me like ish. And the biggest thing to come out of it, which is blown up on TikTok, is like, she was like, girl, you was wearing bodysuits and Jordans before you met me, and then you started wearing skirts and long socks and boots. I'm gonna have to get that back. And everybody clocked Ice Spice on that. First of all, Cleopatra is winning this by a landslide. All right, she's Kamala Harris, and Ice Spice is Trump, and they're both orange. But yeah, Ice Spice already had some bad PR before this. She's not that likable, and people are already kind of looking at her with a side eye. And now that this came out, and then like the hairdresser came out against her, it's all bad for Ice Spice. And the biggest part about it is she's not that talented. She's not the best rapper. So I thought that was funny because everybody is pulling up old pictures of Ice Spice in Jordans and bodysuits, and it's just like, I mean, she's not lying. So Cleopatra is winning by a landslide. Azalea Banks says she could open up for, I think, in New York. And they have the same type of style, so that's a good fit. So, the good friend wins this time. I guess. I mean, they're both in their 20s. Things like this happen. They're saying there's a little bit of a misunderstanding, but you know, if you say I got you, then get me. All right, you're my friend. You're not gonna go hungry. I got mad when she said they went out for steak, and then didn't say nothing. And then she was like, "Are we gonna go to McDonald's after the show?" And everybody was like, "We already had steak." What? You're not my friend if you go out to steak without me. I'm sorry. We can't be cool after that. That means it's over. Okay. So yeah, she said, "Get your own Halloween outfit, Ice Spice. I'm gonna need it back," and that's that. Oh yeah, and Megan Thee Stallion said she didn't have any problems with. She didn't know what the problem was with Nicki Minaj. It was a political answer. It was just like, obviously y'all got problems. I mean, the songs been going back and forth. You threw a lot of sneak disses, so y'all not coming back from it. So there's a problem. So just to say, like, I don't know what the problem is like, well, there's a problem. There's a big problem. There's a problem that's making both of y'all a lot of money. Mostly you, Meg. I wish Meg Thee Stallion peace and healing. And she's in a new relationship, so we wish her the best. I almost forgot. A$AP Rocky drops a diss at Drake again. Mid again. It's just his flow. I don't think it evolved with the times. And so, it's cool, but it's not like J. Cole also dropped, which was interesting. Because they said Drake was mad at J. Cole for dropping out. And so I think there's a little bit of tension between them. So J. Cole hopped on the record with A$AP, which whoever's idea that was, great idea. It's like, A$AP, you're going to need some help. Get J. Cole to come. So J. Cole's verse was good. Gave him 60 seconds. I don't know how many bars that is. I'm not a rapper. But yeah, Drake can't make a friend, right? Drake is the Ice Spice of male rappers. Right? So maybe you need to change your ways. Maybe stop taking selfies and subliminal and acting so light skinned. So they teamed up on him, and that's making the rounds. But it's just interesting that J. Cole hopped on the record. Everybody's like, ooh. Y'all just had a hit song, and now you with A$AP, and you know him and A$AP got problems. That's well documented. Okay? Are you rapping again, and you getting in your fits again? Come on. So we'll see what happens. I'm sorry. Obviously, this is New York. They're doing construction. So, J. Cole has an album coming out, The Fall Off. So we'll see if he addresses the situation between him and Drake. Things fall apart so fast in the industry. I say this all the time, man. It's hard to keep long-term friends in the industry. There's always something. Too many egos. Too much competition. So we'll see how A$AP's album does. I don't think anybody's checking for it. A$AP, Big Sean, they're kind of like on the outskirts. It's good for the hardcore fans, but overall, I don't think he's going to make an impact like that. But he's a stay-at-home dad, so it doesn't matter. He's doing his thing. So I think that's it. Yeah, that's it, man. Thank you so much for listening to the Gossip Intellectual, man. Love doing this, and we'll be back next Friday. We'll be dropping at 2 p.m. every Friday. Had a good time, and I'll talk to you later. Be well.